Mining update, lesson about the industry and job hunt video. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video we're going to update the prices. We're going to do a lesson about the gold price and how the media is not covering it and why you're probably not getting your entry-level job because of it, and we're going to do a job hunt video. But first, I just want to let everybody know that the mantra of the channel is to make yourself an easy win for the mining employers. That's how you get a job. The way you make yourself an easy win is by learning how it all works. So let's start with the gold price. So it is 3,754. That's what it closed on Friday. But on Friday it went as high as $3,800 an ounce, and it almost went to $2,500 American. So that's caused a lot of, it's a record high in Australian dollars, it's a record high in US dollars, and the media didn't cover it at all, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Next is the coal price. It's a good little rise in the price there. It's gone up about $15 since last week, which is great. And that will mean that a lot of mines that were a little bit marginal will get a little bit of breathing space with that, but it really needs to go up to about $150 a tonne if those mines are going to remain profitable and open for an extended period of time. So the copper price is $13,742 an ounce, which is still nice and high, and the iron ore price is $104. So you can see it's just dipping down a little bit, and as we talk about every time we go to this chart, the range that everybody reckons it's going to be is between $120 and $80 a tonne, which is pretty good. Today's lesson is going to be all about how the media isn't talking about the new gold price. So if you put the new gold price in Australian dollars in there and give it a spin on Google, you'll see there's no new articles up at all. It doesn't even get a mention. And if you go over to news, as you can see, there's no fresh articles on it. And this pretty much why I think that most people are missing out on where the mining jobs are, because gold's where it's at the moment. It's where the record prices are, but the media is not covering it. If this had been a record iron ore price, they would have been all over it like a fat kid on a cupcake. But yeah, it's not, and the media is not. I'm not sure why they're not covering it, but they're not, and it's making a significant difference and to people getting jobs or not. And it's not the first time that I've talked about this. I wrote a blog article about it a few months ago, probably 6 months ago now, and as you can see, there's lots of gold price. I can talk about the gold price, and this is when it hit $3,425 an ounce. So it's gone up another $300 plus an ounce, and the media still aren't talking about it. And it's where all the jobs are now. So if you want an entry-level job, all the gold mines are having to hire. Iron ore, it's like I said, like I say in this article, gold is the new iron ore if you want a mining job. It's just as simple as that. And we'll have a look at the latest charts. This is the 30-day gold chart with the high over. These are all closing highs. The over $3,800 an ounce was an interim day high. I only used the closing day highs, so that's that one. And this is the 1 year chart for the gold price, and as you can see, it spiked here around May, and then it's gone on again to spike again, and it's been well and truly over that $3,600 an ounce and over $3,700 an ounce. So at that price, everybody needs lots and lots of people. So if we go over and we have a look at our map, you can see this is a map of Australia with all the mines around the country, that all the gold mines and base metal mines, and as you can see there's lots, and it's in all states, and everybody's looking for everything. I said in last week's video that there's not much going on in Victoria. They're waiting on a lot of permits to be approved. There are a few mines around Stawell, Bendigo and Ballarat that are looking for people at the moment, but it's not the large amount of mines that are all in the other states. In all the other states, there's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, if not 100 here in WA that are all looking for people. So just when you're looking for a job, if you want to get in as quickly as possible, then my recommendation is to do the 3-step plan. learn how it all works. It's the way in. You can get your resume done for you. Jess will do a really good resume for you, and it'll give you all the knowledge that you need to make your own contact within the mining industry, because once you know how it all works, it's really easy to make a mining contact. And if you want to dip your toe in the water, so to speak, then the best thing that I think people can do is do the DIY package. You can upgrade to the work ready or the 3-step plan if you want the extra help once you do it. But the biggest thing that I see from people over the years is that they get to site only to work out that mining's not for them, because there's not a lot of real information about what you're doing with the jobs on the mine site. And that's where the training comes into it all. It gives you a really good understanding of how it all works, so you can actually make a proper decision about whether mining's going to be for you or not. It teaches you the good stuff and the bad stuff, so you're not going to be blindsided when you're going to go in. But if you do decide to go down that route and you want a job as quickly as you can, then Kalgoorlie or Mount Isa or Cobar in New South Wales are all great places to go, because they all need people as soon as possible, and they need people that they can throw in the deep end. And like I said at the start of the video, the mantra for the channel is to make yourself an easy win for mining employers. And that's the other good thing about the channel that I didn't say at the start, is that we're over 9,000 subscribers at the moment, so thank you and well done, and congratulations on all the people that have used the training and the information in the videos to get themselves a job. Well done. I'm really pleased with that, and hopefully we can get to 10,000 in the next few months. If we go over to our job hunt video and we type underground in and we give it a spin, you will see all the jobs come up, and there is lots of entry-level jobs, but there's a particular job that I was looking for that illustrates how easy it is to get into a well-paid mining job within 3 to 4 years of being in the industry. When we come across it, I'll point it out, but you've got lots of jobs all over the country. Jumbo Offsider, Nipper, Labourer, Stall, Gold Mine, they're looking for everything there. So that's the one around Stall that I was talking about before. Entry-level nipper operators. When they're asking for experience, the reason they're asking for experience is because they've had so much failure with the people that they've employed green. So that's why they want experienced people in. This is the one that I was talking about. It's they're looking for an all-round operator, so they're looking for somebody that knows how to use a bogger and can charge up. So they're all skills that you should be able to use, that you should be able to acquire within 2 to 4 years with being in the industry. And so for 2 to 4 years with being in the industry, you can end up with $185,000 a year salary job for an even time roster, which is pretty insane when you think about it. And that's one of the reasons why I point everybody in the direction of the Hard Rock Underground, because it's where all the jobs are, and it's where all the good paying jobs are. The other little tip that I'd like to give people in the job hunt video here is, like ads like this with burn cut, you should still be applying for them. If they've left the jobs up, they're still looking for people. So they will have just been bringing people in constantly. This has been up for 23 days. There will have already been people get a job and been put out to site and already fail. In that 23 days. It's just the way it is. It's unfortunately, and the easiest way to circumvent all that failure is to learn how it all works and is to know the system. So that's with the underground jobs. There's lots of underground jobs all over the place because, like I said, the gold price is really high at the moment and the media aren't talking about it for whatever reason. So this is the surface jobs. And again, there's not a lot around on the surface. If you want to drive a big dump truck or get an entry-level role, it just isn't happening. There's not a lot of jobs in coal. There's not a lot of jobs in iron ore because they replaced everybody with driverless. You'll see most of these jobs on the surface are for drillers, offsiders, or drillers. You'll get some all-rounder jobs every now and then. But, with all the big mines that are being shut down in the nickel side of things, and there's been a few large lithium pits that have been shut down, there's a lot of experienced people running around with surface experience or looking for jobs. So that's why the job ads have dried up a fair bit. And it just is what it is. And if you're going for a traineeship with one of the big iron ore companies or one of the big coal companies, sometimes when they shut a lot of mines down, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing, and all the people that they're onboarding as entry level, sometimes they get blindsided because somebody higher up in the company decides, with all these experienced people running around, we'll just go and grab the experienced people and we'll defer hiring the entry level. So it wouldn't be the first time that I've seen the rug pulled out from underneath people people that have been going for traineeships when a few mines have shut down. So just be aware of that as you move forward as well. So next one is drillers offsiders. And I'll go to my stock standard line about this. If you're going to go and work on the surface, you need to like camping. If you don't like camping, then you need to look for a driller's offsider underground job, because you'll get your own room and you'll get somebody to cook your meals for you. If you go bush, then 9 times out of 10, you're the one cooking the meal at the end of the day, and you're looking after everybody as well as offsiding. So, people that like camping, it can be really good money for doing something that you love. So it's up to $140,000 a year there for a driller's offsider, which is great money. That'll be a 2-in-1 roster though. It won't be an even time roster. But yeah, it is what it is with camping and doing all that sort of stuff and working on the surface. Lots of flies. Good thing about working underground is that there are no flies. So next one is FIFO utility. And as you can see, there's still a lot of utility work around. They're always looking for utility people, and it is what it is. We've talked about it in the other videos. If you get a permanent job, it's probably $75,000 to $80,000 a year. You can earn a bit more if you go in labour hire, but they're not going to want to keep you on labour hire for very long. They want to move you onto normal wages, so they don't have to pay you as much. And it is what it is with far as utility work goes. People think that it's a stepping stone into the entry-level mining jobs. It's not. Go back and have a look at all the videos that I've done on poaching rules. If you want to find out why it's hard to jump from one site to another, it goes through all that. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you've got any questions about the industry that you'd like to ask Jess or I when we do our podcast, please send them through. I can't work out why the media is not talking about the gold price, because it's where all the jobs are. So if you're looking for a mining job and you're not looking in the gold area and you're not looking at hard rock underground, you're probably looking in the wrong place, or you're really setting yourself up to try and get a job that's really hard to obtain. Whereas if you learn how it all works and you can talk the talk going into the interview, it puts you 6 to 8 weeks ahead of everybody else going for a job, and that's the way in. So that's my advice for this week. So I hope you found that information helpful, and if you could share this video around and like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.